Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Axel jam si Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de. Luta mo nulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello? Ano lay waxal?
Bisul mu fine.
What?
Bisul mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave. Bisul mu fine? Wave. Your money is yours.
Over the last few weeks, I had long conversations with two young men who are both thinking about giving up. One is into activism, and not the type that is more of a hustle for the activist than it is about the cause that the activist supposedly fights for. The other is a civil servant and doing all right by Gambian standards. The activist feels discouraged because he doubts if people genuinely care about the welfare of the poor among us. He is also not too convinced that his fellow activists are in it for the right reasons, because he sees them hobnobbing with spineless politicians. I reminded him that any activist who depends on activism as their sole source of survival, he should sleep with both eyes open around such a person. This young man wanted to know what keeps me going, given that I have been speaking out, consistently if I may add, for more than 25 years now. The civil servant is even more discouraged because his job allows him to see so much that he is uncomfortable with, and he cannot do anything about it. He is a very religious young man, and speaking to him, I could tell a lot bothers him. He is pursuing opportunities elsewhere and planning to leave the Gambia. This young man wants nothing to do with the Gambia government. Politicians he once looked up to have since switched sides and are now not only endorsing everything they claimed to stand against before, but they are also supporting the very people they once condemned. He too asked, what keeps me going, despite all the attacks, insults, character assassinations, and whatnot? What I told both young men is that I am not in any position to ask anyone to continue living in the Gambia and trying to survive, because I'm not doing that. The truth is, I admire everyone who lives in the Gambia and is not surviving on the backs of the poor people or eating from the hands of a politician. Gambia is not an easy place to live an honest, God-fearing life. And that is why I admire those who do so. I salute them. For the young man in activism, I told him to think long and hard, because if he continues on a genuine approach to activism, chances are, at some point, he will be blacklisted by those in power. For the civil servant, my advice was for him not to stay in any job where his heart is not in. And if the job does not align with his morals, values, or religious beliefs, he should leave. On their question of what keeps me going, it is simple. I love my homeland. I love the people. That is why I will never remain silent when I see anyone hurting my homeland or its people. I am of the belief that if any of us truly loves our homeland, we will not steal from it, and we will never associate or support anyone who steals from it or hurts the people. Has it been easy for me? Not really. But I am in a privileged position. Ask anyone who knows me, and they will tell you that I am a very simple man. I am not greedy for material wealth. I live a very simple life. And thankfully, there is nothing that Gambia can give me that I have not already had. It is not money, and it is not fame or admiration. I am privileged because I don't need anything that I don't already have. And that is why no politician can buy me. on the difficulty of speaking out and remaining consistent. Yes, you will be blacklisted. You will be insulted. You will be attacked from all angles. People will manufacture lies about you, and those in power and the people eating from the hands of the politicians will see you as an enemy. They have reported me to my mother when she was alive. They have tried to entice me with offers. But the love I carry in my heart for my homeland is far too strong for anything to derail me. One political surrogate attacked me and asked if I think I am perfect. I told him I am far from perfect, but I am also far better than those who steal from poor Gambians and those who support the thieves. That I have my faults, but what I can never be faulted for is my love for my homeland and my desire to see everyone live a better life, not just those in power and those they feed from their hands. The love for my homeland and the desire to see better for everyone are what keep me going. Imagine if we could all say the same.
Axila jam si Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de dik. Luta mënuloo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello? Ano lay waxal?
Bisul mu fine.
What?
Bisul mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills, and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave. Bisul mu fine? Wave. Your money is yours.
Jar Oil, the company, have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.